Please remain standing for the invocation given by Colin Stanton, Collegiate Ministry, Central Baptist Church, Conway.
Lord God, we are thankful to you for the blessings of life, which by your mercy you bestow upon us. We acknowledge your sovereignty in our lives, and we praise you for your goodness and your grace. We offer thanks specifically today for the influence of this university in the lives of the many thousands of students, faculty, and staff who have walked these grounds. God, so many lives have been impacted in so many ways by the people of this institution, and we know that it is the people that have made this place what it has been, what it is, and what it will be. The blessings that have flowed out of this place have been felt here in this city, in our state, our nation, and all the way out to the uttermost reaches of this world, and we are thankful for that. Father, we ask that you would continue to use UCA to contribute to the quality of life we are blessed with in this community and to enrich the lives and the minds of the students who choose to come here. Lord, our prayer today is for your provision and your presence to be with Dr. Houston Davis as he is invested with the office of president of this university. Grant him the wisdom and the grace necessary to lead the people that make up this institution and to lead them well. God, your word teaches us that humility comes before honor. And so we pray that all decisions he must make as president be made with a humble heart so that there might be honor in the outcome. Father, bless Dr. Davis, his leadership, and bless the work of the women and men that make up this university. I ask you these things in the name of your Son, our Savior, Jesus Christ. Amen.
Please be seated. Thank you, Colin. Good afternoon and welcome. Welcome to all the students, faculty, staff, alumni, family, and distinguished guests in the audience and on stage. Thank you all for joining us this afternoon for the investiture of President Houston Davis. I am Michael Hargis, Provost and Dean of the College of Business. It is my pleasure to preside over the ceremony today as we celebrate the investiture of President Davis. Investiture is a formal ceremony conferring the authority to lead the university. These ceremonies date from the Middle Ages and include symbols of the authority granted. Today, universities view investitures as opportunities to welcome a new era and to celebrate as a community. The University of Central Arkansas continues this academic tradition this afternoon as we honor Houston Davis. Please welcome to the podium Ms. Sheila Vaught, UCA trustee and chair of the Investiture Committee.
Good afternoon. We are honored by your presence today as we invest Dr. Houston Davis as UCA's 11th president and celebrate the history and the future of this great university. I would like to take this time to introduce my fellow board members seated on the stage to my left. Trustees, please stand as you're introduced, and audience, would you please hold your applause until I've completed the introductions. First, we have Elizabeth Ferris, chair of our board, Joe Wisenhunt, vice chair, Bunny Adcock, secretary, Ms. Kay Hinkle, Brad Lacey, and Pastor Cornell Maltabia. Thank you. Additionally, I would like to thank the members of the Investiture Planning Committee that are listed in your program. Their efforts made this day very special, and I thank you very much for your extended service on that committee.
Several university constituencies will now bring greetings on behalf of memberships. Ms. Hershila Lalou, President of the Student Government Association, will begin, followed by Dr. Tane Duncan, President of the Faculty Senate, Erica Rubel, President of the Staff Senate, and Ryan Castile, President of the UCA Alumni Association.
Good afternoon, students, faculty, staff, and distinguished guests. Thank you all for being here today as we celebrate the investiture of Dr. Houston Davis as the 11th president of the University. Sorry. Got a little upgrade there. Of the University of Central Arkansas. As the president of the Student Government Association, I'm honored to represent students and speak about the tremendous strides and inclusive impact President Davis has had on UCA's campus. From the moment President Davis arrived on our campus, I could tell that he was going to have a positive impact on the UCA Bear community. His involvement with students, infectious energy, and upbeat personality have greatly contributed to UCA's positive environment. I could tell President Davis was going to be someone that would dedicate himself to focusing on our students and ensuring their needs were being well met at all levels. I'm so honored to be a part of this special day for President Davis and to share with all of you why the student body of UCA is so proud to have him. We look forward to seeing all that he will accomplish during his time as president and have high hopes for the University of Central Arkansas under his leadership. Robin Williams said, "I love kids, but they are a tough audience. College students aren't much different, but with someone like President Davis around, we know someone is on our side." Thank you.
So I want to wish all of you a warm welcome and greetings from the faculty on this day of celebration and promise for the university. To our esteemed guests from out of town, thank you for traveling to share this occasion with us. To the faculty, staff, and students here today, I want to personally thank you for your commitment to this university, a commitment that has ensured the promise of our future as an institution. As Faculty Senate President, I am fortunate enough to work and meet regularly with President Davis as part of an important practice of shared governance. From our first meeting, I have been struck by how genuine and easy to talk with he is. As a person with vision for our university, I am struck that President Davis balances clear-eyed practical wisdom with hope and drive for more possibilities at our institution, a vision that I know that many faculty, staff, and students share, and we are all so pleased to have the institutional support and guidance of this president. Personally, I am also regularly touched by the care and commitment that the president demonstrates for every member of our campus community. Several years ago, when we encoded our shared vision at UCA and our motto, academic vitality, integrity, and diversity, these values were nascent and aspirational. However, each day, President Davis supports an initiative on campus for experiential learning. Each day he stands side by side with staff leading bare boots on the ground, or each day he commits our institution to the importance of inclusion for marginalized and vulnerable community members. The president helps to make that motto more real. Thank you all for being here to celebrate the promise of a new president at UCA. May we all be inspired to work together as an institution and as a community between staff, faculty, students, and administration to live out our commitment to AVID. Thank you to President Davis for sharing that inspiration with all of us.
Good afternoon. It is such an honor to take part in today's investiture ceremony for President Davis alongside so many colleagues, talented students, and guests of honor. I recently came across a simple quote from author Simon Sinek that I felt would be fitting to share today. "A boss has the title, a leader has the people." I think it's already safe to say that President Davis has both the title and the people. And it's clear that in just under a year on the job, President Davis has already made a huge impact on the campus among the employees and students alike. We certainly can't wait to see what the years ahead will bring under his continued leadership. Thank you.
Greetings. On behalf of the UCA Alumni Association, thank you for being here in attendance today. The UCA Alumni Association has a rich history. It started in 1911 when 10 graduates met together to form an organization to promote the loyalty to the school. As a result, the Arkansas State Normal Booster Club was formed. A lot has changed in the 106 years since the start of the Alumni Association. But I'm proud to say that the purpose of the association has remained the same. That's to keep alumni connected to UCA and each other, and to support the general welfare of the institution, its students, and alumni. 2017 has been a year of high growth for the Alumni Association. Of our 2,300 members, we are consistently being told that their membership is the best way that they stay connected to the university. I encourage all alumni to join the Alumni Association to keep that connection to the university and each other, your fellow students. President Davis, on behalf of the UCA Alumni Association, its board of directors, its members, and the more than 60,000 living alumni, we offer our warmest welcome to you as the 11th president of our university. We look forward to your leadership, vision to make UCA stronger in the future. Thank you.
Dr. Brian Nolan, President of East Tennessee State University and close friend and colleague of President Davis, will bring a greeting and message from the Academy.
Good afternoon. I'm honored by the opportunity to participate in today's celebration on behalf of the Academy. To Governor Hutchinson, to members of the Board of Trustees, to Chair Lady Elizabeth Ferris, to members of the faculty and staff, to Dr. Davis, to you and your family, congratulations. Congratulations on the realization of a long-time dream. John Gardner wrote in On Leadership that vision is a requirement of leadership. In his work on becoming a leader, Warren Bennis posited that leaders have the capacity to create a compelling vision and to manage the dream. When institutions are searching for department chairs, deans, or presidents, they value candidates who demonstrate passion and vision. In the words of our mutual friend, Dr. Grady Bogue, they're not looking for leaders with empty heads or hearts, or men or women devoid of ideas or a moral compass. They're not looking for personality puffs or moral marshmallows that furnish no resistance when punched or pushed. They're looking for individuals of vision. Sam Walton of Walmart had a vision. Fred Smith at FedEx had a vision. Bill Gates had a vision. None of these individuals, however, realized their vision without assistance, without enlisting the intelligence, the energy, and the compassion of the communities that they called home to realize a truly shared vision. Leaders with vision have an ennobling dream or aspiration. They have a moral or technical glimpse of what could and should be. Leaders with vision are also invested for the long term. They're willing to do the patient work of building a culture of service that brings diverse constituencies into a shared ownership of that vision. They believe that a difference in the human and organizational condition can be realized when all have the opportunity to have a choice and voice in their own futures. Leaders of vision would rather aspire and fail than retreat into apathy or neutrality, taking comfort with those who neither dream nor dare. They're willing to challenge tradition into common sense. Leaders of vision appreciate the powers of dreams to create hope. The difference between true leaders and charlatans, however, is that they discover what true dreams lay in the minds and the hearts of those with whom they are entrusted to serve, which in our domain are the faculty, staff, and students. I've worked with Dr. Davis for more than 20 years and consider Houston to be among my closest and most cherished friends. In difficult times when I'm looking for guidance, assistance, or direction, Houston provides a sympathetic ear, and I can personally attest to the fact that he models the values of shared governance, and it is from that central proposition of shared governance that a vision will emerge for University of Central Arkansas, rooted in faith, service, and integrity. I look forward to watching the amazing things that everyone in this room will accomplish together. Best wishes to each of you on this journey, and Godspeed.
The gift to be How beautiful. Good afternoon. As Chair of the Board of Trustees, it is my honor to introduce our special guest today. Governor Asa Hutchinson was sworn in as the 46th Governor of Arkansas in January 2015. Before being elected, he served as Director of the Drug Enforcement Administration and is the first Undersecretary of the Department of Homeland Security. He was appointed a U.S. Attorney and spent 3 years in Congress representing Arkansas's 3rd Congressional District. As governor, he has been a supporter of higher education and a strong partner with UCA. Governor Hutchinson has made computer science a top priority for his administration and has a key ally in our university. Of note, his leadership has led to the establishment of the Arkansas Coding Academy here at UCA and to the recently announced Cyber Range initiative that will accelerate UCA's work in cybersecurity and provide a path via AETN for the resources to reach K through 12 and other post-secondary education partners throughout the state of Arkansas. Please join me in welcoming to the podium the Honorable Governor Asa Hutchinson.
Thank you, Madam Chairman. To the members of the Board of Trustees, to faculty and distinguished guests, and all the friends of the University of Central Arkansas, good afternoon to you. What an honor it is for me to be on the campus of the University of Central Arkansas. My son, Seth, graduated from Northside High School in Fort Smith, and he was a national academic quiz bowl champion. And I said, you can go to school anywhere. He went to Georgetown University. 1 year later, he called me and said, Dad, I'm transferring to the University of Central Arkansas. And I said, good decision, son. And of course, he graduated from here, and that's a family connection to this great institution. And now this is a special day in the history of the University of Central Arkansas. It is my pleasure to congratulate Dr. Houston Davis and wish you success at this historic juncture. Dr. Davis, you come with a distinguished background with a great history in academia and education, and we are thrilled, as the student said, with your passion and with your leadership. UCA has grown significantly in size and in mission since its founding in 1908, when the state legislature created it as the Arkansas State Normal School, which was the only school dedicated to the training of teachers. The school's first degree was a licentiate, which I can barely pronounce, of instruction, a 2-year degree that was basically a professional license. But in 1925, the leadership changed the name to Arkansas State Teachers College, and it's with great pride that many students came here for a teachers' college. And indeed, there's still a lot of graduates who say they graduated from the Teachers College in Conway. In January 1975, the school became the University of Central Arkansas, the school, Dr. Davis, that you have come to serve. UCA has grown far beyond its original single profession mission to now the single-minded mission of producing first-rate graduates with a choice of 154 degrees and certificate programs, which includes master's and doctoral programs. I was pleased to see U.S. News and World Report indicate that UCA is one of the best regional universities. The growth of this school, the academic performance of the students is something the entire state is proud of. During the second decade in the new century, UCA became the first public institution of higher education in Arkansas to reach a graduation rate of more than 50%. Continue that success. And Dr. Davis, you have come to Arkansas at an important time, not just in our state's history, but in the history of the University of Central Arkansas. From Arkansas's standpoint, this is a time of growth, a time of success, a time of global leadership, and it is a time of momentum. What role does the University of Central Arkansas play at this moment in Arkansas's history? First of all, continue your success in degree attainment. Statewide, we have an attainment level post-high school of 40%. In other words, only 40% of our high school graduates go on to achieve some level of post-secondary attainment. This is unacceptable in an economy that needs to grow, in which we need to foster growth in this state and to create a more educated workforce and a talented group of entrepreneurs. And so we have set as a statewide goal that would increase that attainment level from 40% post-secondary to 60% post-secondary as an attainment level, whether it be a 4-year degree, associate degree, a certificate of welding. We need to move people, our students, beyond high school into a 60% attainment level post-high school. The University of Central Arkansas plays a key role in that success, in the faculty and the administration, in the president, engaging each student, mentoring each student, making sure that each student has a success story to tell. It is also part of our history that we need to continue to increase affordability of higher education, and part of that is increasing the innovation in education to keep up with today's mobile society and the students of this century. As part of that initiative, we as a state, with the support of the Arkansas General Assembly, have adopted a productivity funding model for higher education. That means that we are not simply counting the enrollment of students as a measure of success. We're only counting the progression of students through higher education as the test of success. And I'm grateful, Dr. Davis, even though I noted that the investiture is now what gives you authority. That worried me a little bit because I've been treating with you a man of great authority in the last few months. I say that jokingly, of course, but Dr. Davis and UCA has been a supporter and an advocate for this new productivity funding model, recognizing it is the right thing for our students, It's the right thing for the affordability of college, the right thing for the progression and success of our students. The third thing that UCA plays a key role in terms of the history and where we are right now in Arkansas, and that is the promotion of the sciences. Madam Chairman, Elizabeth introduced me and indicated that we've had some success in computer science education in the high schools of Arkansas and our lower grades. I'm very proud of that success, and for Arkansas to be recognized as a national leader in computer science education should make us all proud. But it's also a recognition that our higher education levels, our colleges and universities needed to step up to the plate and to say we're going to have a more trained students that come out of high school in computer science and in coding, so we need to expand our offerings. The University of Central Arkansas was one of the first institutions to say we're going to do our part. We're going to make sure we're ready to prepare those students that come with a higher level of computer science background. And so I'm grateful for the initiation of the Coding Academy right here at UCA that really furthers the training and the success of those that are engaged in technology. But I'm also pleased with the innovation of UCA that came to me and said that UCA wants to have a cyber security range. And I said, well, I'm familiar with a golfing range, and I'm familiar with a shooting range, but tell me what a cybersecurity range is. And of course, I understood that this cybersecurity range will train the students of the future to go into the workforce and to protect our internet, to protect our online security from cyber attacks. This is critically important, and for UCA to have the first cyber range in the state of Arkansas, but also to make it available through a partnership with the Arkansas Educational Television Network is a sign of innovation, looking not just at UCA, but the state of Arkansas and say, what can we do to support the initiative that is so important to our state? UCA plays an important role in developing a quality of life in Arkansas that is important for the recruitment of industry and for the retention of students and talent in this state. I love UCA because of its concentration on the arts, visual and performing arts, and because it makes that available for the public. It makes it available and gives us a stronger quality of life that is important as we go and attract global companies to come here to Arkansas. And that leads me to the final point in where we are in the history of our state and the role that UCA plays in our future, and that is supporting the role of Arkansas in global leadership. Yes, in global leadership. Next Tuesday, I'll be making my third trip as governor of Arkansas to China and Japan to promote trade, to promote economic development. And I'm delighted with the fact that we've had 5 Chinese companies invest in Arkansas in the last 2.5 years. These create jobs. It emphasizes our global leadership and our global presence, and it emanates to a large extent from our higher educational institutions, and the University of Central Arkansas is a key part of that. Yes, as I go into Jining in China, that city that is the home of Confucius, I will talk about the Confucius Institute at the UCA. And I actually don't have to talk about it because they bring it up and they're proud of that connection. And so those connections in the global marketplace, in the global educational arena, is important for our state, and the University of Central Arkansas plays a key role. When I first became governor and we had some success in computer science education, I had the bright idea that I would go out to Silicon Valley and recruit those world-class companies to come to Arkansas. It didn't take me long in that strip of land between San Francisco and San Jose to realize that what those companies wanted was not to move to Arkansas, but to extract the great talent that we have in this state out to Silicon Valley. And I said, that's a bad plan. And so we worked to create the technology companies here to make sure that our students that learn will have the opportunity to live and to prosper in this state. And I'm delighted with the partnership of UCA in the makerspace, in the technology hubs that are created here to help the expansion of our technology companies. But while I'm there, and I will end on this story, I went to Facebook headquarters, and it was one of those modern design workplaces that you had chefs on every floor. You had a rooftop that was designed as a park for people to recreate and to work and to enjoy. And it was the most modern facility I've ever seen. But I put my hand on the counter, and all I felt was rough, unfinished plywood. I said, what happened? Did you run out of money? You couldn't finish this? And they said, you don't understand that the designers and the architects of Facebook headquarters left many things unfinished to remind all of the personnel, leadership, and workers at Facebook that their mission was not yet accomplished, that they had more to do. Dr. Davis, I like symbolism, and today is your investiture, and we're very proud of what you offer to this great institution. We're excited about the future, and we recognize under your leadership that we've only scratched the surface of the contributions of the University of Central Arkansas to our growth, to our freedoms, and all that we enjoy as a state. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Governor. Now, President Davis, if you'll join me for the oath of office. Raise your right hand. I, Houston D. Davis, do solemnly swear
I, Houston D. Davis, do solemnly swear
to support the Constitution of the State of Arkansas
to support the Constitution of the State of Arkansas
and to faithfully discharge the duties of the office
and to faithfully discharge the duties of the office
of the President of the University of Central Arkansas.
of President of the University of Central Arkansas.
You're in. On behalf of the University of Central Arkansas Board of Trustees, I present you with the Presidential Medallion of the University of Central Arkansas, investing you with the office of the President of the University and with all the obligations, responsibilities, and privileges that pertain thereto. On behalf of the university, the students, the staff, the faculty, and the trustees, congratulations. We thank you for your willingness to serve as the President of the University of Central Arkansas. Welcome.
Well, good afternoon. Let me first say that I am absolutely humbled by the words shared today by colleagues and friends, and by all of you taking time from your busy schedules to be a part of this celebration here at UCA. One thing that we all in this room share is a devotion to the importance of higher education and the impact that earning a degree can have on our graduates and their families. I'm honored to work alongside all of you in this great cause. Governor Hutchinson, it's an honor to have you participate in today's ceremony. As mentioned earlier, you are a great supporter of higher education, and in just my short time in Arkansas, I've appreciated your vision for the important role that education plays in the future of our state. Innovation, research, creativity, and entrepreneurship are all tools in higher education's collective toolbox, and UCA is indeed excited and committed about moving forward and playing an important role in the development of the state. Members of our Board of Trustees, thank you. I appreciate your confidence in me and your support of Jenny, me, our family, becoming a part of the UCA family. Now, I must say that I do hope that today signals that I've completed my probationary period. But don't worry, I get it. We're all just day to day, have to earn it on a daily basis. To my colleagues and friends that have come to be a part of today's festivities, thank you. Some of you, and especially my fellow presidents from the other universities and colleges in Arkansas, have only known me for a short period of time. Your presence here is personally appreciated, but more importantly, it's greatly valued by our university. Your signal of support for the faculty, staff, and students of UCA and the common work and mission that we all share is greatly appreciated. And to our alumni that are here, the timing of this event during homecoming week is significant and is important to me. Ceremonies are very important in organizations. I also agree with symbolism being very important. And they help us to appreciate our history and culture. For instance, we stop to have commencement exercises, which on one level gives us the opportunity to honor each graduate. But on a much deeper level, it provides an important opportunity to honor all of those family, friends, colleagues, faculty, and staff that made that accomplishment possible. Investitures, to me, also serve a dual purpose. At the most shallow level, it's about putting a president formally into office and hearing a few words from that person about their values and vision. But at a much more meaningful level, I think investitures also offer an opportunity for all in attendance to celebrate and reflect upon the proud history of the university. All of the faculty, the staff, and the students that came before us wrote the chapters of UCA's 110-year history that we build upon today. During homecoming, we proudly celebrate our alumni as shining ambassadors for UCA. One alumna is Miss Mary Ince Ferguson, who on November 14, 1941, participated in the inauguration of President Nolan Irby, our fourth president. Our university operated under the banner of Arkansas State Teachers College at that time, and Miss Ferguson on that day in 41 provided the words of welcome on behalf of the student body at that investiture. You might recognize the Ferguson family name as it graces the Ferguson Chapel here on campus. Miss Ferguson is one of our incredibly awesome residents over at College Square and has been a delight to get to know. She planned to be here today, and I do hope that she was able to make it. She obviously brought some good luck and good fortune to President Irby back in 41, so I want a little of that good fortune to rub off on this 11th chapter. Thank you, Miss Ferguson. So alumni, I am very glad that we have this ceremony during your week of homecoming. And I'm so pleased that our family has made UCA and Conway our new home. To the faculty and staff in attendance, I thank you for your shared commitment to UCA and our students. Among the reasons for my application to UCA was an interest in becoming a part of a university that is not afraid to be innovative and still appreciates the transformative difference that we can make in students' lives. Many in our UCA family have heard me talk about being an engaged university. That's a university that lives every day as a steward of place, making a positive impact on our community, our state, our country, and our world. As we make commitments to strong undergraduate and graduate curriculum and programs, we also will be staking our claims to providing meaningful outlets for our students to channel their passion for academic discipline. Just as we, as higher education leaders and professionals, align our teaching, research, and service assets toward the pressing needs of society and the economy, we multiply the effect of our work by setting up experiential learning opportunities for our students. Internships, undergraduate research, service learning, capstone projects, volunteerism, study abroad, all of these are examples of high-impact practices that ensure that UCA graduates depart from us ready to make a difference in their world and knowing how to do it. And to the students that are here, I hope you picked up on that last part. We are your support and your champions, but we also serve as a catalyst for you and are your accountability structure. The faculty and staff of UCA pour themselves every single day into creating the conditions for your success, provided that you fulfill your part of that compact with hard work and diligence. By admitting you into our undergraduate and graduate programs, we've placed our bets on you, and we aim to set you up to thrive after graduation. Longtime colleagues, some of you have known me for a very long time. Long enough that I hope while you're here in Conway, you'll keep your stories or embarrassing information about me to a minimum. Seriously, you represent my professional foundation, have helped me become a better person, and are in my thoughts daily as I do my work with my colleagues here at UCA. And just like random stars form constellations, you are knitted together to form a constellation of my mentors. There is no way to overstate the impact that several people in this room have made on my life. Quite frankly, introducing some of these important people is probably the easiest way for me to describe all that I hope to be and to accomplish in this role. Dr. Don Carson and Dr. Bill Akey are here today. I'm making emotional here in a few minutes. Haven't even gotten to mom yet. And Dr. Carson and Dr. Akey represent the bedrock of support and guidance that I've received as a directionally challenged undergrad at the University of Memphis. With your abilities to connect with students, you taught me that a seemingly random moment of interaction is not to be cast off as meaningless. Especially with student conversations, each of you showed me that a kind word can have a major impact. Asking a student how they're doing might just lead to a simple exchange of pleasantries, but it can also represent the first time in a while that a lonely or disconnected student has been engaged in a meaningful and personal way. In those moments, you showed me how to truly be present in the exchange. And to really realize that 1,000 of those little moments are what create a caring campus culture. You ensured an environment for being a positive influence in the lives of young people. I hope to do the same, and I thank you both. And Dr. Carson, may get worse, guys, literally through his phone call in reference to Dr. Richard Rhoda and the many experiences with the Tennessee Higher Education Commission, Tennessee State University, Vanderbilt University, and Austin Peay that really helped form my first sense of educational philosophy and a framework for professional and policy priorities. It was about 20 years ago that my good friend Brian Nolan and I were just two young, probably unfocused and hungry PhD students that Dr. Rhoda, probably with some risk, placed into research analyst positions. He gave us tons of encouragement, limited resources, but enough room to make mistakes. But he involved us in work and projects that would fuel us for years to come. But much more than all of that to me, Dr. Rhoda represented the first encouragement for me to think big thoughts, to make a well-thought argument for change, and to not shy away from contributing to the work necessary to solve big problems. He opened up my world in a way and gave me a boost of confidence to get out of my comfort zone. Thank you, sir. All that led to me seeking challenge outside of my existing professional network in Tennessee and accepted opportunities in both the Oklahoma and Georgia systems. And what I found in those systems of universities and colleges were inspirational colleagues and many new lifelong friends that really showed me that good ideas find a way, that well-thought policy can make a difference, and that champions for students can be found all over the educational and political landscape. Miss Angela Thomas and Dr. Linda Noble are two incredibly talented colleagues from Georgia that have not had me adequately express my thanks for the daily support during my time there. First of all, you both understand my dependency issues with Diet Mountain Dew. But you understand it in a really productive way because you always brought me more Diet Mountain Dew. You were enablers, and I loved you for that. Seriously, it was an honor to be on your team, and I saw us as a team. You both kept me grounded, reminded me constantly of the upside to any situation or problem that we face. You infused great humor in all that we did and allowed me to be a part of some great work that will make a difference for students for decades to come. Your friendship and counsel has instilled in me a commitment to show courage and leadership. We all know that doing the right thing can make for some pretty lonely situations, but all other options lead to regret and remorse. I appreciate your constant reminder for me to stay strong to my convictions. I thank you, friends. But for all those reflections, no one deserves more thanks and credit for me than my family, starting with my parents, Linda and James Davis. Can't thank you enough, and there's no way I'm going to do it from up here. Through the blessing of adoption, you brought me and Matt into your lives and passed on so many gifts that really to me were just a roadmap to human decency. You taught us to respect others. You gave us a steady, calming presence and perspective on life to know how to conquer both failure and success. Imposter is both the same. You taught us forgiveness. Some of that, Mom, by modeling forgiveness when we were idiots as kids. By the way, Mom, you had some really nice stuff that Matt and I broke when we were younger. I really apologize for all that. But I digress. Finally, you taught us humility, not just in our dealings with people, but in the big picture, to know humility in our faith and to know humility against a complex human condition. I love you, Mom and Dad. And I'll close by turning to they just waved. They know. Jenny, Polly, Whitney, and Joshua. Quite simply, you all represent the good that I aspire to, whether as a husband, a father, or in any professional job. When I manage to live up to the type of person that I want to be for the four of you, everything in life just falls into place. Now, Polly, Whitney, and Joshua, it's not like we're anywhere close to finished in our parental roles. I don't know that ever ends. But I do want you to know that we love the people that you're becoming and are so proud of the love and support that you show for each other. I love you guys so very much. Jenny, you're going to shake your head and purse your lips when I say this, but I know that Dr. Carson will be my witness. When I got serious about you, I got serious about school, work, being a better person, and everything else. Just as I've thanked several others today for support, encouragement, tough love, and counsel, you probably deserve the most of that thanks. With your intelligence and your wit, you make me think. With your care and devotion to your students, you stoke my passion for the difference that education makes in lives. And with your unfailing devotion to our children and our family, you make me a better husband, father, and person. Thanks for being on this ride we call life. I love you so very much. And to all of you, we are so very excited to be here at UCA, and thank you for your support of this great university. We feel blessed to have this opportunity to be a part of the next chapter in our history. And as I've told many of you, we promise to give it everything we've got. God bless. Bear claws up. Go Bears!
Be seated for the benediction.
Jeweler of the spider web.
Audience, please remain seated for the recessional. This concludes today's ceremony. At the conclusion of the recessional, please join us for a reception in McCaslin Ballroom. Dr. Duncan, please retire the mace, and go Bears.